fam, what's good? Hey, listen, we back in the building for another video, for another episode. Listen, if you hearing this on the pod and you haven't gone to the YouTube channel, I'm telling you, you missing so many facial reactions. You missing so much aesthetics, so many dramatic effects. Just like that pause I just did, you missing it. But listen, man, your boy was having a conversation with a brother of mine. After we had, a little quiet rehearsal, like I've been telling y'all I've been doing. I just been trying to help out in places that need help. Me and him are having a conversation, and he was speaking on the fact that in one of my episodes, I hit on pornography, right? But I never hit on the essence of why I deal with this or how I deal with this or the ups or the downs of it, right? So pornography in a world that is full of explicit stuff, especially clothes, TV shows, all this stuff is out there. You can't get away from it. Disney Channel, y'all dead wrong. If y'all hear this, I still love Disney Channel, but y'all dead wrong. It's just crazy that a lot of men and a lot of women deal with a lot of psychological things that they never really notice are happening to them, right? So we find ourselves in desperate situations looking for things to feed us, but we feed off of things that are like so fleshly, right? And it never really fulfills anything. And I can sit here and testify about that, and I can talk about it and give it to you in very strategic ways and map out my life for you just to expose how the enemy will literally take an inch and make it into a mile, right? So, let me see. When did I start pornography? No, when did it start for me? Because I didn't start it. It got me. It actually happened to me when I believe it was 9, right? So my father, shout out to Pops. If you ever hit as Benjamin Johnson, the senior. I was Benjamin Johnson Jr. Now I'm Benjamin Johnson King. Shout out to Pops. But anyway, Pops, you might not like this part. Anyway, I was chilling in the crib. My Pops did the best with what he could and how he was, but it wasn't necessarily the best for me. You feel me? So it was like I had a father figure, but at the same time I didn't. So it's like somebody being present but not giving you a present, right? So, and it's crazy because in those moments when I was alone, or I were alone, whatever you want to do, proper grammar. In those moments when I was alone, I would find myself interested in things that I probably shouldn't be interested in. I'm done playing the video game. I think this was when PlayStation probably 3 or 2 was out or something like that. Whenever I was done playing the game, it was just okay. Like, all right, what can I get into? You know what I'm saying? Like any CDs, because first of all, back in the day, y'all young bucks don't be judging us. Back in the day, you had to put CDs inside the PlayStations, right? Now I know it's all going virtual, going digital, but after I would get tired of playing these games, because they had no internet, you feel me? After I would get tired of this, I would see DVDs that were there. And I was like, yo, I wonder what this is. Let me try this out. Let me see what this is. I would slide it in and immediately kick it back out, because I'm like, oh, God, what is that? Why is he doing that to her? What is going on? So this was just the mindset of an innocent young man that, knew nothing about the world, but knew that it was something out there that he probably shouldn't be doing. And in the essence of that story, I really tied it to the fact that what happens with me when I start to struggle in this area is because I feel the same feeling of trying to be more, but not being seen, right? So it's like being present and understanding who you are, but still seeing that, okay, in this moment, nobody's here, right? So it's like, okay, you go right back to that little boy, back to that childhood mentality, and you do the same thing. And this is how, many of us have these cycles. Maybe for you, maybe it's not pornography. Maybe it's drugs. You feel me? Maybe it's women. Women, maybe it's men. Maybe it's alcohol. But the enemy takes some of the strategic moves in very silent moments, right? So this is why people can make busloads of money, bro, and get there. And then in the darkest moments, it's when they all alone. And they end up doing something that's crazy, either taking their life or, taking drugs just to cope with the fact that they're being seen, but they're still not being seen. It's literally like looking at something, but seeing right through it. It's like you acknowledge the gifts, but you don't acknowledge the person. And when you start to associate things with just understanding that it's not about what you bring to the table, it's about you being to the table. The most important part is actually you being you, right? So you can strategically sit here and be like, I'm pleasing everybody. This is amazing. They love me. But at the end of the day, when you get home, when the music cuts off, when the people not there, it gets sticky, right? And those are the moments to when I'm going to propose something to you. You need God, right? So, and I know, church is not this big, broad, talked about thing. I know a lot of people don't really kick it with church, and I get it, and I feel it. I feel it to my core. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I'm definitely not like majority. You feel me? And neither are you. And you have to accept the fact that God is calling you to be different. Even with your flaws, He's calling you out of it. You feel me? Even the things that you picked up before you realized that God was real, He's calling you to drop it. And I'm not saying that it's gonna be like picture perfect. This is easy. Like you just gonna, whoom, you gonna be, oh God, where art thou? I am amazing, God. No, that is not that is not how it goes. And if you're stuck in a situation to where you're going to church but you ain't really feeling it, or you don't even go to church, I'm gonna challenge you to go online and actually check out churches. Right? I can shout out Forward City. You can check them. I can shout out Rock City. Right? Rock City. I think it's TV. Rock City TV on YouTube. Right? Whoop whoop. I can shout out a lot of places, man. Keon Henderson is an amazing teacher. Dr. Darius Daniels at Change Church, which is in Atlanta. And I think the second location, or the first original location, is in, I think it's Alabama. I can't really remember, but you can definitely check him out, bro, because what's happened for me is I've encountered almost each one of these individuals. Forward City has Pastor Travis Green. Shout out to Pastor Travis Green. I've encountered with him, and with me going there, I encountered Dr. Darius Daniels. You feel me? But none of this happens unless you connect to who God tells you to connect to. Whoo! That's a mouthful, isn't it? That is a mouthful. None of this actually happens unless you connect to who you need to connect to. And I'm not saying that you need to go out here and try to find it. No, it's like God will drop it in your lap, baby, yeah. That's all y'all need to know. Y'all don't need to know nothing else because y'all nosy. But I love y'all and y'all my family. But man, it's definitely about the process. Right, to everybody that's bumped into the pod prior to me progressing to where I'm at now, a lot of people like, oh, bro, he done changed. Like this a little different. Like he done really switched it up. And to tell you the truth, it's not really about me switching it up. It's about me actually finding who I originally was. I had to filter through, all this stuff that I was taking in. Like this was literally me. And I just want to tell you, bro, that the cycle that you're dealing with, that the pain that you're dealing with, that nobody else knows about, it can be broken by one man, by one name. That's Jesus. That Jesus. That Jesus. It's not a church thing, bro. It's not a building thing, because I've had some of the biggest some of the biggest encounters I've had with God, with Jesus, is outside of church, actually. Yeah, like for real. Like in a restaurant. Yeah, it was Jesus. You feel me? Turn my graves into gardens. Don't get me started. Don't pipe me up. Oh my God. Nah, man, but it's about just being real and really sitting back and enjoying your life. I'm not saying that everything gonna be perfect, and I'm not saying that you're gonna break these ties tenfold. You're gonna break it tomorrow, today. I'm sorry, I can't say that, but I can say that it's a process and it's a journey. And the afflictions of the righteous shall prevail. You gonna prevail. I mean, that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. And to anybody that secretly listen to this podcast or secretly watching this video, you don't have to hit the like. I'm gonna tell you right now, God sees you and He knows you. And I know you, because you can't hide from me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you feel me? Yeah, you thought you was slick? Hey, Bruce, I know you watching this. Hopefully your name Bruce, because I don't really know, but I hope your name Bruce. You feel me? If it's not, then it's something else. Then just put your name in there. Blank name. Boom, that's you. I see you. But man, I really appreciate y'all for stopping through. This was just a quick one. It's a quick one. And your boy coming to you every Saturday. Every Saturday. You can count on that. Last Saturday I missed it, I took a little sabbatical. Little sabbatical. I took a little break, man, and of course, we back in the building every Saturday. Tell your mama, your family, your friends, and them. And you know what I'm always say, right? Do you know what I'm gonna always say? Just come on. No, hear me. Just come on. Just come on back. Hey, I love y'all, man. Peace. Stay blessed.